We have some live video that we want to take you to. Chopper is over Harvey Cedars. This is on LBI. And we have some news, some updates about Harvey Cedars. They will not be opening, Brian, for another 10 days.
Yeah, and in fact, evacuations are still taking place there even as we speak in Harvey Cedars for those folks who did not get out before Sandy made landfall. By way of reference, for those not familiar with Harvey Cedars, it's toward the northern end of LBI, about a mile from Barnegat Light, a mile south of there. Harvey Cedars, as she just said, still no electricity there. They're talking about roads covered with sand and all kinds of debris. No passes will be honored there. In other words, if you can even prove home ownership, you're not going to be allowed in. In fact, at this point, the only direction you're going is out. And that might be with the help or by the order of local police, as they are still evacuating. And there it is, that sand we're talking about, that some of our reporters have showed us on ground level, and this is just blocks upon blocks of sand.
Mm-hmm. I mean, roadways are just, they're just simply dangerous, and that is why, no one can really get back on here for more than a week.
Well, yeah, it could be up to that. It could be longer than that. This sand washed over LBI, and in particular, as we look at Harvey Cedars here, with the tidal surge, which Cecily and Adam and others have been saying all day long, was nearby 15 feet in this area. So it didn't just bring water with it. It brought tremendous amounts of sand, in some cases several feet thick. So those roads are simply impassable. No car could get over that. You're talking about all-terrain vehicles. They're going to have to bring in all kinds of front loaders to push that sand out. And we're being told now that such is the case quite a bit farther north of here, too. And we've seen this in other places, too, along different shore points, that this sand situation. And you look, if it's not water, it's sand. So some people are dealing with flooding in and around their homes. And Charlene, this is not going to get people's houses wet, but boy, it's going to make quite a mess of it.
I know. We've seen video of sand actually on roofs. It really got high into the sky, and it just shows you how high that storm surge was, which is very, very frightening when you really put that into perspective. Look at how many blocks it covers. But
we have to remind people that, as we said here before, you've really got to look for the silver linings where they exist.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth of the matter is, yes, this is a mess. There's lots of water, there's lots of sand. But these houses are still standing. Roofs do not appear to be blown off. We don't see much in the way of broken windows when we zoom in a little bit further. So yes, this is sloppy, this is messy, this is disgusting and even disturbing, especially if you own one of these houses here. But it's going to be cleaned up. The problem is it's just going to take a while, which is exactly what folks in Harvey Cedars and other points along LBI, and as we just heard from the Atlanta County executive, they're asking for your patience, and we understand how frustrating that is if you live there, if you've got money invested in these houses, or for that matter, emotion invested in them. You've just got to be patient. Recognize that the folks that you've elected in office and the folks that you pay with your tax dollars are going to do the best job that they can to clean up as fast as they can and get your houses back to or at least get the roads open so that you can get back to your houses and fix what needs to be fixed, and by all accounts, it is quite a bit.
And as Nora said, it could take months, if not years, to truly recover from this. So it's all about patience right about now as well. Yeah.